right, welcome to Clement's Family Farm again. If you're new to my channel, please like and subscribe for the upcoming videos. It really does help us out. So yesterday started off as a normal day for me. So I needed to come out here and trim some trees to keep a defensible fire space from my buildings. So I have our local fire stations come out and do inspections. So I always try to keep everything nice and cleared. But I've always had issues with this area next to my pump house. Trees have been growing here for years. And when I put this fence in 4 years ago, I just had a few limbs over it, and it really wasn't that big of a deal. But over the years, it had grown over farther. And then just recently, it was actually pushing on the fence, and some limbs had broke off and so forth. But yesterday, when I was looking at it, I inspected the whole log and everything before I started trimming on it. And I did not see the big crack in the log because it wasn't there. But there was a section of the main trunk that was rotten. And this is what I talk about safety. I don't have a whole lot of people around me, so I'm always working by myself. And it's hard to call somebody over when I get this whim to go and do something. So here I am out here by myself. I usually do a pretty good inspection, and I was looking at these, and it was just a simple trim job right up against the fence. I wasn't taking down any big logs or anything, but this is how quick things change. So I got all geared up and started trimming these logs, and I'll show you the video of me trimming it and everything. And at one point when I was cutting the upper half, there was actually pressure, a lot of weight on the fence, pressure and weight and all that other stuff on the fence. So I was aware of that. I just didn't realize how much there was. But I was on the uphill side, so if anything was gonna knock me down, and everything was gonna fall down. So anyway, when I cut it, it startled me because it did jump and come towards me a little bit. But I didn't realize what it was doing on the other end of the log. So that's what you see in the beginning of this video. Safety is a big thing, especially with these old oaks. And what had happened was I released some of this pressure off of here, and it was enough stress to crack the main trunk. I have to believe that over this last year, because when I first looked at this during the day, and you'll see that in the video, it just looked like everything had grown and just kind of shuffled into the fence. Well, after evaluating it and looking at the footage from yesterday, sorry about this wind, I have to believe that over this last year, that started cracking and started shifting onto my fence. But I will tell you that crack wasn't visible to the naked eye yesterday, because I did inspect that first. It wasn't until after I had cut the limbs and it had shifted, but I still didn't see it. I was walking all around there. It wasn't until after I came out here to shoot some after videos of this area being cleaned up that I saw the crack, and I was puzzled. I was just like, wow, I was stunned because I didn't see it for one, and how dangerous it was. So anyway, I just kind of wanted to give you a little entry to what this video is. You'll see me cutting this up, you'll see it shift, and then you'll see the big crack in this limb. So it is very dangerous. I don't recommend it. And I know some of you are gonna give me crap for not wearing safety chaps and everything. But I have all that gear. I just lost over 100 pounds, and none of that gear fits me anymore. So I just kind of went on a whim and did this, and I don't recommend not wearing safety gear doing this kind of work. So I get it. I should have had them on. I am on the lookout for some new safety gear. So if any of you viewers know of good safety straps, leave a comment down below. I'll be more than happy to check them out. So anyway, we'll go on to this and I'll show you a little bit of the video and what happened. So here we go. Here's my pump house for my water system. And these oak trees have grown over this fence in the last, well, heck, this fence is only 3 years old, 4 years old maybe at the most. So it's grown over. It's too close to my building. So if the fire does come up through this canyon and up, let's see, yeah, up, then it's too close to my building and they want to see that cleared away. So that's what I'm going to do today. Gotta catch my breath. So a lot of this stuff hasn't been done in the last couple of years because my health hasn't been all that great. Thank God today I'm alive and I'm still breathing and I'm able to do this again. I'm so happy to be being able to do this. Words can't describe it. All right, I'm gonna get back to this.
breathing hard, but I feel good. Whew, this hillside's steep, but I'll get the other stuff later. At least it's on the other side of the fence now. I can get it with my tractor. Got all the pieces of wood over the hillside or over the fence. So now I can get it to my wood splitter. But yeah, it's all cleaned up now. Gives a little bit of a break. They'll be happy to see that when they come and do their inspection. Whew. Goats seem hungry. They're not. They're just crybabies because they were bottle babies. All right, there's the sun. Whew. Now if I don't fall, chugging everything out. That's what I have for today. That was my chore today. I should have done this a long time ago, but I didn't. So I'm trying to stay out of the wind. So here's a good reason why you need to be painted. So I'm looking over the hillside at the tree limb that I cut. I didn't think it was gonna do this. There's no way in heck I didn't see this before, because I looked over this limb really well. It must have cracked and moved after it settled a little bit, having full pressure on it. But I'll take you down and look at this crack. I'm not gonna go down there, but let's see if I can't zoom in on it. Could have come down. All right, so I walked back down here. Yeah, so this is what happened. So looking at the bark was all fresh. You could tell definitely it was this all fresh crack, but on the inside you can see the punkiness and the rot. So this was really surprising to me. Later on I'll show you how much was actually rot. But that's pretty scary. I'll make sure that comes down safely. I'll get that on the ground so nobody gets hurt. I'm gonna take care of this. Maybe I'll film it. Alright, I'll be back with some equipment. Alright, so this should be pretty simple. I got a chain hooked up to it. I got my come along. It's on the other side of this other tree right here. So this tree right here will block me from falling. It's still quite a ways away. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and tug on it, and hopefully it falls right there and we'll be good. My horses will be safe. So one of the things about this, make sure you're on the uphill side of the cable. I started first tightening on it, and I was on the downhill side, of course, because it made it easier. But as soon as I got it tight, I was like, no way, I gotta be on the other side, because this is gonna go downhill, and you don't want that cable and chain to sweep you out from underneath you, sweep your legs out from underneath you. Anyway, that's good. I'm happy with that. All Alright, so here's the end of the tree there where it broke off, and you can see that 3/4 of it was rotten. I'm just amazed that it was just 1/4 of that branch, or that section that was still alive, along with the bark, that was supplying all the nutrients and everything to that upper branch. Because that upper branch, well, actually there was about 5 main branches going out. They were all alive and full of water and everything, and it's just amazing on how much that little chunk right there was supplying to the rest of the tree. Yeah, that was a big surprise for me. I'm glad I got it down and out of the way. All right, I keep saying I'm going to wrap up these videos, and I keep coming back and reevaluating. So that's homestead life. That's right there. Because I'll tell you, if it's not one thing, it's another. I'm constantly fixing something. Something's always breaking, or you got to do something, and it's a chain reaction. Everything's a chain reaction on a homestead. So be prepared. When you start into a project, you may be doing a lot more than what you thought you were going to do or what you intended to do. All right, I'm going to wrap it up now. This is down safe, and I'm not messing with it again today. I'll let it settle a little bit more, and then yeah, I'll figure out how to cut this thing up and get it back up the hill. But I'm going to get some help this time. A lot more wood there than what I cut this morning.
All right, so you guys saw the video, what happened yesterday, and I hope this brings some light to you guys on how things can go wrong really fast. By the grace of God, I didn't get hurt or injured yesterday. So would I do things differently? Yeah, I'd have my safety gear on. I don't know, because I didn't see that. I couldn't predict that happening. So it was supposed to be a simple thing. I might check the log more carefully next time. Might put some chains on it so things can't fall my way. I don't know, sometimes chains are even worse. It's just one of those things that you just can't predict. But I hope you all learned something from this. So I thought I'd share this with you because I learn every time I do it. By far, I'm not a professional log splitter or log cutter or tree faller. I've been, I don't know, cutting trees ever since I could put a saw in my hand. Been splitting wood all my life. Cutting trees and splitting wood all my life for firewood and barbecue wood. So I always learn something. So like always, my life lessons being shared with you, and we'll see you on the next video.